the world's most unusual festivals, a journey through the extraordinary. Welcome to a journey like no other. In this video, we will dive deep into the most bizarre, fascinating, and extraordinary festivals celebrated around the globe. These aren't your typical music concerts or parades. These are wild, strange, heart-pounding, and at times, head-scratching traditions that reflect the rich cultural diversity of our planet. From tomato-throwing battles in Spain to monkey feasts in Thailand, prepare to be amazed by what humanity celebrates. La Tomatina, Spain. La Tomatina is an annual festival held in the town of Bunal, Spain, where participants engage in an enormous tomato fight. It takes place on the last Wednesday of August, attracting thousands of people from around the world. The event began in 1945, when a local festival parade turned into a spontaneous tomato-throwing brawl, and over time, it evolved into a formalized tradition. During La Tomatina, trucks filled with overripe tomatoes arrive in the town square, and participants, armed with tomatoes, throw them at each other in a massive, messy free-for-all. The chaos lasts for about an hour, with the streets turning into rivers of tomato pulp. Although La Tomatina has no religious or historical significance, it has become a major cultural event and a symbol of fun, camaraderie, and joy. The festival attracts not only locals but also tourists from all over the world, contributing to its international popularity. In recent years, safety regulations have been put in place to ensure the well-being of participants, such as squashing tomatoes before throwing them to avoid injury. The event has become so famous that it has inspired similar tomato-throwing festivals in other countries, but La Tomatina remains the original and the largest of its kind. Monkey Buffet Festival, Thailand. The Monkey Buffet Festival is a unique and popular event held annually in the town of Lopburi, Thailand, to honor the local monkey population. Celebrated every November, the festival involves laying out a massive banquet of fruits, vegetables, and other treats for the monkeys, who are a significant part of the town's culture and tourism. The event is meant to show appreciation for the monkeys, particularly the long-tailed macaques, that roam the ancient ruins of Lopburi and attract visitors from all over the world. The festival has been held since 1989, and over the years, it has grown into a major tourist attraction, with thousands of monkeys and humans coming together to enjoy the feast. During the festival, large tables are set up in the town center, piled high with bananas, watermelon, and other foods, and the monkeys are invited to partake in the feast. The monkeys often create a chaotic and amusing scene as they scramble for food, and the event is accompanied by traditional Thai music and cultural performances. The festival is not only a fun spectacle but also serves as a way to raise awareness about the importance of protecting local wildlife and preserving the balance between humans and animals in Thailand. Basant Festival, Pakistan. Basant is a vibrant spring festival celebrated in Pakistan, particularly in the city of Lahore, to mark the arrival of the season of renewal and color. Traditionally held in late January or early February, Basant is most famously associated with kite flying, where the skies are filled with colorful kites of all shapes and sizes. People gather on rooftops, play music, wear yellow attire, symbolizing spring, and participate in kite-flying competitions. The festival is not only about kites but also includes traditional foods, music, and family gatherings, making it a joyful social event. However, in recent years, Basant has been banned in several parts of Pakistan due to safety concerns. The use of sharp metal or chemically coated kite strings, manja, led to numerous injuries and fatalities, both among kite flyers and bystanders, including motorcyclists. Despite the ban, the spirit of Basant lives on in the hearts of many Pakistanis, especially Lahoris, who see it as an integral part of their cultural identity and heritage. The festival continues to spark debates on tradition versus safety, with calls for regulated and safe celebrations gaining momentum. Kunamura Matsuri, Festival of the Steel Phallus, Japan. Kunamura Matsuri, also known as the Festival of the Steel Phallus, is a vibrant and somewhat unusual Shinto celebration held annually in Kawasaki, Japan. The festival takes place on the first Sunday of April and is dedicated to fertility, the protection of women, and safe childbirth. It is centered around the Kunamura Shrine, which has a long history and association with fertility and sexual health. The festival's most notable feature is the display of phallic symbols, including a large steel penis-shaped makashi, portable shrine, that is paraded through the streets. The event has roots dating back to the Edo period and is traditionally linked to the legend of a demon who, according to the tale, was defeated by a blacksmith's steel phallus. Today, Kunamura Matsuri has become a celebration of sexual health and a platform for raising awareness about HIV and safe sex practices. Participants, both locals and tourists, often dress in costumes, and the streets are lined with various phallic-themed items, such as candies, toys, and souvenirs. The festival is known for its light-hearted atmosphere, with people laughing, singing, and dancing along to the festivities. It is also a way to pray for a prosperous future, ensuring good health, fertility, and protection from disease, all while embracing a unique cultural tradition that combines humor, tradition, and social awareness. El Colacho, Baby Jumping Festival, Spain. El Colacho, also known as the Baby Jumping Festival, is a unique and centuries-old tradition held annually in the town of Castrillo de Murcia, Spain, during the Feast of Corpus Christi. The festival involves men dressed as the devil, or El Colacho, who leap over infants lying on mattresses in the streets. The purpose of the event is to cleanse the babies of evil spirits and ensure them good health and protection for the future. The babies are typically just a few months old, and the festival is considered an ancient ritual with roots in Spanish folklore and religious traditions, symbolizing the triumph of good over evil. While the sight of men jumping over infants may seem shocking, the event is deeply rooted in local culture and is seen as a way of blessing the children and safeguarding them from harm. The festival attracts tourists from all over the world who come to witness this extraordinary and dramatic spectacle. It is important to note that the infants are carefully placed on the mattresses, and the jumps are performed in a controlled manner, with medical personnel on standby to ensure safety. Over time, El Colacho has become a symbol of Spanish cultural heritage, blending religious, traditional, and festive elements into a truly unique celebration. Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling, UK. Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling is an annual event held in Gloucestershire, England, where participants chase a large wheel of double Gloucester cheese down a steep hill. The race, which takes place on the last Monday of May, has been a tradition for centuries, although its exact origins are unclear. The event involves competitors running after a 9-pound wheel of cheese as it is rolled from the top of Cooper's Hill, with the goal of being the first to cross the finish line at the bottom. The race is incredibly dangerous, as the hill is extremely steep and uneven, and participants often tumble and roll down the slope in the pursuit of the cheese. Despite the risks, Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling has gained international fame and attracts thousands of spectators and competitors from all over the world. It is not just about chasing cheese, it has become a celebration of local culture, with a sense of community spirit and camaraderie among participants. The event has seen several injuries over the years, leading to increased safety measures, but the excitement and tradition of the race continue to make it a thrilling spectacle. Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling remains one of the UK's most quirky and beloved outdoor festivals, representing a fun mix of tradition, competitiveness, and daredevil antics. Boryong Mud Festival, South Korea. The Boryong Mud Festival is an annual event held in the city of Boryong, South Korea, typically in July, to celebrate the healing properties of the region's mineral-rich mud. The festival originally began in 1998 as a promotional event for local mud cosmetics, but it has since grown into one of South Korea's most popular and unique summer festivals. Visitors from all over the world flock to the city to partake in a wide range of activities involving the mud, including mud baths, mudslides, mud wrestling, and mud pools. The mud is believed to have various health benefits due to its high mineral content, and many participants enjoy both the fun and the supposed therapeutic effects. Over the years, the Boryong Mud Festival has become more than just a health and beauty event. It is now a massive party and celebration of summer. The festival also features live music, fireworks displays, and cultural performances, attracting thousands of both local and international visitors. People of all ages dive into the mud with abandon, creating an atmosphere of carefree joy and laughter. The event has grown in scale and international recognition, turning Boryong into a global hotspot for mud enthusiasts and adding to South Korea's reputation for hosting unique and vibrant cultural festivals. Gurning Championships, England. The Gurning Championships, held annually in the town of Egremont, Cumbria, England, is a quirky and humorous competition where participants compete to create the most grotesque and distorted facial expressions, known as gens. This unusual event, which is part of the larger Egremont Crab Fair, dates back to the 13th century, making it one of the oldest and most bizarre festivals in England. The contestants are required to put their heads through a wooden frame and contort their faces in the most outlandish and hilarious way possible, all while being judged on their facial expressions' creativity, grotesqueness, and overall effect. Although the Gurning Championships started as a rural tradition, it has gained popularity over the years, attracting visitors and competitors from all over the world. The competition is lighthearted and filled with humor, with local and international participants, including children and adults, taking part. Gurning has become an iconic part of the Egremont Crab Fair, which also includes events like tug-of-war and a traditional market, but the Gurning competition remains one of the main highlights. The event is a true reflection of British eccentricity and is beloved for its fun, irreverence, and the sheer joy of watching people make ridiculous faces. Air Guitar World Championships, Finland. The Air Guitar World Championships, held annually in Oulu, Finland, is a unique and entertaining competition where participants perform imaginary guitar solos to music, competing for the title of the world's best air guitarist. Founded in 1996, the event celebrates creativity, enthusiasm, and a sense of fun, with contestants from around the globe gathering to showcase their air guitar skills. The participants are judged based on their performance, stage presence, and the ability to rock out to the music without actually playing an instrument. The competition includes various categories and performances, with each participant aiming to give an energetic, over-the-top performance that captures the spirit of rock and roll. The Air Guitar World Championships have become an international phenomenon, attracting competitors and fans from all walks of life. Although it may seem unconventional, the competition is taken seriously by participants, and the winners often embody the carefree, rebellious spirit of rock music. In addition to the competition itself, the event also includes music festivals, parties, and a celebration of global air guitar culture. The motto of the competition, "Make Air, Not War," emphasizes the playful and positive energy of the event, turning air guitar into a form of expression that transcends language and brings people together through music and fun. Fire Walking Festival, Fiji in India. In both Fiji and parts of India, fire walking festivals test participants' spiritual devotion and physical endurance. Walking barefoot across hot embers is seen as a way to demonstrate mental strength and religious faith. The rituals are deeply spiritual and serve as a rite of passage in various communities. Dia de los Muertos, Mexico. Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead, is a vibrant and culturally significant celebration in Mexico, honoring deceased loved ones. Held annually on November 1st and 2nd, the festival blends indigenous traditions with Catholic influences, creating a unique celebration of life and death. Families gather to remember their ancestors by creating altars, ofrendas, adorned with marigolds, candles, photographs, food, and the favorite items of the deceased. Sugar skulls, a prominent symbol of the holiday, are often decorated and placed on altars as a way of celebrating the spirits of the departed. The belief is that during these 2 days, the spirits of the dead return to the world of the living to reunite with their families and enjoy the offerings prepared for them. The holiday is marked by lively processions, music, and dance, particularly in regions like Oaxaca and Mexico City, where public celebrations include parades and theatrical performances. The atmosphere is one of remembrance rather than mourning, emphasizing the idea that death is part of the natural cycle of life. Colorful and joyful, Dia de los Muertos encourages families to reflect on the lives of their loved ones while embracing the continuation of life. The festival has become internationally recognized and was even added to UNESCO's list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity, further highlighting its importance as a cultural and spiritual tradition. Thaipusam, Malaysia and Singapore. Thaipusam is a vibrant and deeply spiritual Hindu festival celebrated primarily in Malaysia and Singapore, dedicated to the deity Lord Murugan, the god of war and victory. The festival falls on the full moon in the Tamil month of Thai, January or February, and it marks the occasion when Lord Murugan's mother, Parvati, gave him a divine spear to defeat the demon Surapadman. Devotees celebrate by engaging in acts of devotion, prayer, and physical endurance. The central feature of Thaipusam is the Kavadi procession, where devotees carry elaborate, decorated structures, kavadis, on their shoulders as acts of penance or in fulfillment of vows made to Lord Murugan. The kavadi often includes sharp metal hooks and spikes that are pierced through the skin, cheeks, or tongue, symbolizing a deep commitment to spiritual devotion and sacrifice. The festival is marked by colorful processions, vibrant music, and religious rituals, with the most significant celebrations taking place at the Bata Caves in Malaysia and the Sri Thendayuthapani Temple in Singapore. Thousands of devotees, both local and from around the world, participate in the event, many of them undertaking intense acts of physical endurance, such as carrying heavy kavadis or performing piercing rituals. The atmosphere is a mix of reverence and excitement, as participants often experience a trance-like state during their rituals. While the piercing and self-mortification may seem intense, the practice is meant to demonstrate faith, devotion, and the overcoming of personal struggles. Thaipusam remains one of the most visually striking and culturally significant festivals in Southeast Asia. Night of the Radishes, Mexico. The Night of the Radishes, or Noche de los Rabanos, is a unique and colorful festival celebrated annually on December 23rd in Oaxaca, Mexico. The event is centered around the creation of intricate and elaborate sculptures made entirely from radishes, which are harvested just before the festival. These radish sculptures depict scenes of everyday life, historical events, religious symbols, and even fantastical creatures, showcasing the creativity and skill of local artisans. The festival has been celebrated since the 16th century and is deeply rooted in Mexican culture, with roots in both indigenous traditions and Spanish colonial influence. It begins with an evening market where locals display their radish carvings, and visitors can admire the stunning artistry while enjoying traditional foods and drinks. The Night of the Radishes is a one-of-a-kind festival that blends art, tradition, and community spirit. The radish carvings are often accompanied by other festivities, including parades, music, and dances, creating a lively atmosphere. While the sculptures are meant to be appreciated for their craftsmanship and creativity, they also serve as a way for the people of Oaxaca to come together, celebrate their heritage, and share their love of artistic expression. The festival is not only a visual spectacle but also a cultural event that highlights Oaxaca's vibrant artistic community, with the radishes themselves symbolizing the connection between nature and the artistic tradition of the region. Battle of the Oranges, Italy. The Battle of the Oranges, or Battaglia dell'Aranci, is one of Italy's most unique and exhilarating festivals, held annually in the city of Ivrea, in the Piedmont region, typically in February. The event is part of the Ivrea Carnival and involves thousands of participants engaging in a massive, chaotic orange-throwing battle. Divided into 9 teams, the participants hurl thousands of oranges at one another in the streets, creating a colorful and intense spectacle. This tradition is said to symbolize the historic rebellion of the townspeople against a tyrannical ruler in the Middle Ages, with the oranges representing the fight for freedom and justice. The participants, who wear costumes and protective gear, reenact the revolt with an energetic display of unity and defiance. The Battle of the Oranges is a captivating celebration of both history and community spirit, drawing tourists and locals alike. It has deep roots in local legend, dating back to the 12th century, and has evolved into one of Italy's most exciting and well-known events. The festival is not just a visual spectacle but also a display of teamwork and strategy, as teams work together to protect themselves and their orange throwing positions. While it's a light-hearted and festive occasion, the Battle of the Oranges also carries a deeper cultural significance, honoring the resilience and rebellious spirit of the people of Ivrea. Rocketopalamos, Rocket War, Greece. Rocketopalamos, or the Rocket War, is a unique and thrilling Easter tradition celebrated in the town of Vrontados on the Greek island of Chios. The event takes place on Holy Saturday night, just before Easter Sunday, and involves two rival church communities, one from the Church of Panagia Erythiani and the other from the Church of Agios Markos, launching thousands of homemade rockets at each other in a spectacular display of light and sound. The rockets, often crafted by locals, are fired at the opposing church in an effort to hit the church bell tower, and the goal is to outdo the rival group in both quantity and precision. The event has its roots in a centuries-old rivalry between the two churches, which dates back to the Ottoman era, and it has evolved into one of the most exciting and dangerous traditions in Greece. The Rocket War is an electrifying spectacle that attracts both locals and tourists, with the night sky illuminated by the constant bursts of light from the rockets. Despite its fun and festive nature, the event is not without risks, as the rockets are sometimes launched at high speeds and can cause damage or injury if not handled carefully. However, the event is closely monitored by the authorities to ensure safety, and it remains an integral part of the Easter celebrations in Chios. Rocketopalamos symbolizes the joy and triumph of the resurrection of Christ, with the explosive rockets serving as a metaphor for the victory of light over darkness. The tradition has gained international attention for its intensity and excitement, making it a must-see event for anyone visiting Greece during Easter. From the sacred to the strange, from joyous explosions of color to daring feats of endurance, the world's most unusual festivals reveal the depth of human creativity and cultural heritage. Whether you're intrigued, amused, or shocked, these festivals remind us how vibrant and diverse our world truly is. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know which festival you found the most unbelievable.